Hi, Culture.
Bless.
Great to have you here. Let's dive into your journey with weed.
Give thanks for life, brother.
Are you ready?
That's blessed. That's fine. Give thanks for life.
Can you tell me about your first spliff experience?
Yes. First of all, I have to send respect goes out to my dad because he's a ganja farmer
Respect.
and I grew up on the farm. So my experience of weed is like smoking weed is from about 9 years old. I smoked the first spliff. Yeah, the first spliff, I tell you what happened.
Yeah, good.
There was one of my friend who I normally take weed and give to, and because I have loads of weed at my yard, so I will take some, carry it to him. He's an elder friend. And one day he said to me, say, oh, every day you're bringing it to me. Do you ever try it? And I said, no. I've drink the tea and all that. So, but I said, I never tried it yet. And he said, one day you must try it. And I said, okay. So one day I decided to roll a spliff. Very tiny one.
But you did it by yourself?
Yeah, very tiny one. And then my experience of smoking it, the first pull of it, I feel like I start to lift up off the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a great experience. And then I was sitting on a ledge. It wasn't that high, maybe about 5 feet high. And then to myself, it feel like I'm about 100 feet high. And then from there, I know something going on. And I'm saying to myself, what's going on? But then I take the second pull of it. And from there, now everything explode. And then he come to me and he said to me, say, what's wrong with you? And I said, boy, over this ledge is so deep. And he said, no, it's not deep. He said, it's the weed. He said, it's the weed working. And I said, okay. Anyway, from there, I start to feel my whole body feel different. I mean, it feel numb. And I said to myself, say, boy, yeah, something not right. But he said, yeah, it's all right. It's just the weed going through your veins and all that.
The
so,
system.
yeah. And then I said to him, said to me, he said, okay, you what you do now? He said, go home and make some sweet sugar and water and drink. Just sugar and water. He said, mix it up sweet and drink it. And then I said to myself, say, all right, I'm going to try it. Once I move off, start to walk, I find out that I'm not walking on the ground, but I'm walking on the ground. That's how it feels. Anyway, it was maybe about half a mile to my house, from his house. And so I walk in, and to tell you the truth, I don't know when I reach to my house. But I know I reach to my house, get inside, and I take some sugar, as him said, I make a tall jug of sugar and water, mix it up, and then I said to myself, say, I feel hungry. Yeah, so I went in the cupboard, and I find some flour. That's what I find in the cupboard. And I can remember putting the pot on the stove, mixing up the flour in a bowl. I mean the whole bag of flour, throw it in a bowl, throw water on it, mix it round, put it in the pot, and just start to stir the pot. Yeah, just stirring it, and then I find out that it gets so thick. It stick up on the spoon, and then I start to heat from there, start to drink the sugar and water from there, and then after that, I go and sleep. I woke up with my mom giving me some slaps. Because what I never know, when I was making the flour, mixing it up, it was splashing all over the kitchen. But I never knew nothing like that was going on. As I say to myself, everything was fine. And at the end of the day, that flour was to make dinner for all of us to eat.
So you messed up the whole thing.
So I messed up the whole thing for everybody. Because she leaves that flour, so when she come from work, she would use it and cook for everybody to eat. So when she giving me some slaps, and then she said, go and clean the kitchen up. So that's the time when I come around and so shocked to see the place and see what I done to the place, the floor, the ceiling, the wall, everywhere full of flour. When I'm mixing it, I never know I was flashing it all over the place. Anyway, after I do some cleaning up and then went outside to play normally with my friends and I telling them my experience of what happened. Because they never smoked weed before yet neither. As I say, it was from that young age, you know what I mean? So it's when my dad come home from work now, from the farm. She said to him, say, oh, you know the boy mix the flour and mess up the whole place. And the only word from him was, the boy smoke weed. And that's all he said, the boy smoke weed.
So he understood.
Yeah, he already know it.
What do you enjoy or value the most about weed?
My evaluation of the weed is that the weed it put me in a space. It put me in a realms where I get to see myself, and as I say, I be aware of my surroundings and everything that going on. It make me focus.
Weed.
Yeah, it make me focus on everything what I'm doing when I take weed.
You are a Rastafari.
Yes.
What is the connection between Rastafari and weed?
Well, weed is the sacraments. Weed is for our meditation. I mean, Barley used it to and all that, but the weed is like, the weed tree is like the locks that grow, you know what I mean? The locks, if you look on the leaves of the tree, them it look like the locks, them. So the meditation from Rasta with weed is a pure connection. And that give us, a good, as I say, it open up our head space. It make we think more. It make we do things on a different level. You know what I mean? It just keep us focused. And that's where Rastafari come in with the weed.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a meditation, you know what I mean, for us.
From your own perspective, what are the positive and the negative sides of smoking weed?
I don't know if there's if negative to smoke weed because
There's no.
you know there's just pure positive for me because as I still say that weed
But the negative one is the slap you got.
yeah that's the negative
Yeah,
because
I don't have to
because I
say.
never know the ins and out of it at the time. So if I did know, I would make that negativity in what me doing. You know what I mean? But it's
Okay, you
it's
give me
just
the
pure
positive.
positive. Well, the positive is that, as I say to you, that weed is for me and maybe for some other people, it open with brain space because they tell you that you only use 1% of your brain. And when you use the weed, it open some other percentage, you know what I mean? Make you can see other things. And for me now, we would say it make us see round corner, you know what I mean? So just imagine you on the street and somebody saying you can see round the corner. You say, what am saying to you? It's like he's mad. He's not mad. But he can see ahead. Yeah, he make you see ahead of things, you know what I mean? That's why I said it open up your brain where it make you focus more.
Yeah.
It definitely make you focus more. It's not like how people smoking now and going crazy. That's not weed smoking, you know what I mean? That's abusing the weed. Well, my taking on that is where they get the mental health from is all that pollution and all that things they put in the weed. If the weed is natural, it doesn't do you nothing wrong because weed is the healing of the nation. And that's why it was stated from then until now. Why it's the healing of the nation? It's because it's supposed to heal all sickness where you can think of. Maybe it's different ways how you use it and how you go towards it, but it's supposed to cure all sickness on the face of the earth.
What made you stop smoking weed? Because you said you haven't smoked weed for about 6 months, or even more than that. What made you stop smoking weed?
I stopped smoking weed in England because, I mean, the weed don't give you no vibes. All it do, it give you pain, it give you headache and all them stuff because the weed is not pure.
Why in this country?
Yes. And these weed, they put so many different chemicals in them and that mess up your brain cells. Yeah, and that's what causes most of them to have the mental health where they get from the weed. It's because of the bad weed. If you smoke the pure weed, you're not supposed to get none of those stuff. It's supposed to help those stuff. It's supposed to cure that part of your head. You can get it, but it's the source where you're getting it from. You know what I mean? Because you have good weed here, but it's, as I said, it's only maybe say 2% of the 10% have good weed. The other 8% is just weed that they make up. Come on, just imagine they put in rat poison into weed. They put in glass bottle into weed. The glass bottle that you know you drop and break. They put that into weed. All them stuff is not good for the brain. And them stuff mess about the brain. So if you smoking, they put alcohol on weed. You're not supposed to smoke alcohol. So just imagine you're smoking alcohol. You must expect that to do something to your brain because if you drink it and it can make you feel so messed up, what about when you smoke it?
Are you telling me the vast majority of weed that people smoke in this country is bad?
It's bad. And that's why this government, they're smart. They try to stop the weed from the Caribbean, which is the real weed, and they promote their weed, which is the skunk weed. And because they know, remember, pharmaceutical they make a lot of money. And if they have 20 people on mental health problem, it's more money that they're making. It sounds funny, but that's where the money come into the hospital and all these things. You know what I mean?
You stopped smoking weed for more than 6 months.
Yeah.
Does that mean you can quit smoking weed if you want?
If I want, I can stop it.
You can.
Yeah, because I stop it from then until now. But what I'm saying to you now, for me,
So what's the difference, like without smoking? How do you feel?
one of the main difference what I feel, I dream a lot.
Dream a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. But is it good things for you to dream a lot?
Yeah, well, the dream is a part of life, in it. So
So you feel like you, as a spiritual guy, do you think like you are more connected right now with yourself because
yes,
you dream a lot?
yes.
When you smoke weed, it kind of stops you from dreaming a lot.
If it's not good,
If it's not good,
and that's why I said me here smoking the weed where it's not good, it was messing me up.
spiritually as
Yes, spiritually. I couldn't sleep properly and all of these stuff. I forced myself to sleep and all of this stuff, you know what I mean? Now I stopped smoking the weed, I tell you, I dream like, no joke about it, 6, 7 times for the night.
well. Wow, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's just mad. That's how it goes. And the dream can be good, it can be bad, but I dream a lot of stuff at night time. A lot of stuff. Yeah, once I lie down, once my eyes close, it's dreams come in, I get up. When I go back to sleep, there's a next one. So sometimes I dream half of the night. So
Your spirit is strong.
it's there. And I tell you, say, when I smoke, when I'm in Jamaica and smoke the pure weed, I dream. I dream. Same way, that's what I said, and the dream come more fluently that time too.
Tell these people to stop smoking this weed here.
I'm tired of telling that. Even I lost a friend, bless him soul, I lost a friend get cremated about 3 years ago, and it's because of the skunk. And I keep telling him from day one, say, listen, you need to stop smoking the skunk. Him saying, oh, culture, yeah, I know it's bad for me. Oh, you know it's bad for you and you're still doing it. You know what I mean? So he keep on doing it, and I mean to say he was a strong smoker. They smoke every minute. And they keep telling me, oh, this one is sour diesel, this one is funky, this one is. Even the other day they tell me they have one named Corona.
Honestly, what is the misconception about smoking weed?
Yeah, I mean, it start from the high society. They don't want people to be wise and people to have more sense in what they're doing. So what they do, because you have to remember the whole system of this world and now is fixed up to make money. It's not that they don't care who live or who don't live, it's just to make money. So just imagine everybody wise. That stop a lot of money what they're making if everybody get wise. They don't want all of us to get wise. Some of us still stay like a fool, you know what I mean? And this is what they fight in the weed most of all. Because remember, the one who tell him fight in the weed, him smoking the weed. Him smoking the weed and him smoking the purest weed you can think of. Because that's all these government people, they're smoking the purest weed you can think of. No joke about it.
But they're telling people to not smoke weed.
Because, as I said, it helps them. Because if all of us is dunce and naive and don't know what's going on, it's better for them. If all of us wise up, it won't good for them. Because just as I say, I'm not saying everybody smoking weed, because a lot of people can't smoke it, but they drink it a lot. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why the headspace can take it to smoke it. So they prefer to drink a couple cups of it, and they tell you, oh, it relaxes me, it makes me sleep nice, you know what I mean? It helps my digestive system and all of that stuff.
Alcohol creates more damage in our society than weed.
Yeah.
So why is weed portrayed so badly?
It's because they want, as I tell you already, they want to keep, it's a crowd control stuff. If they prefer to make you take the alcohol than you get the weed, because the more weed in your system, the more you're wiser. It sounds funny, but the more weed, remember the weed work on your cranium. It opens the cells in your brain. You know what I mean? And when your brain cells them open up, you can create more. You can do a lot more things. But if that's why they tell us, as I tell you before, they said you only use up 1% of your brain. No, it's not like that. Because if you use up 1%, what about the man who making spaceship? It's not 1% him use up. Him use up more. Okay, so you check the levels. It's not everybody using up 1%. All of us using up different percentage of the brain. And where the weed come in, as I said, the weed will open all doors in your brain. It's up choose to you if you want to jump in that door there to see what's there, or you want to go in that door. And a lot of people can't take it, because when it open up the doors, people get scared.
I've never smoked weed, bruv. What advice would you give me? To try it or stay away?
Well, I won't tell her to try it because if you can, as I say, it's not everybody brain can take it by smoking it. A next person don't smoke it, and don't drink it, but he use it make cakes, he use it make biscuits. You know what I mean? And he eat it from there. You know what I mean? So it depends on where your system can take it from. If you feel that you can take it by smoking it, as I say, it will give you an eye, and if you can't control yourself, that's where you go mental. So that's with the weed. When you're smoking the weed for the first time, it bring you on that eye. Remember I tell you I was sitting on the ledge, and it's like about 3 to 4 feet. But when I look around here, it's like about 100 feet. Suppose I never strong in myself, I could jump over. You know what I mean? But although I wouldn't drop too far, but that's where it shows me. And if I never have that calmness in me to hold myself, I could do damage to myself. And that's what the weed do. As I say, it open up doors. It depends on where you want to go through. It make you even feel like you're invincible. That's how it do. It give you that superpower. You fear no one.
My last question will be,
Yeah.
what's the difference between smoking weed and drinking weed?
Well, the difference is that when you drink the weed, it go in your veins. It go through your veins and it circulate your body in a manner where if you're not, as I said, if you're not strong, why we do it, we put you to sleep. It make your body feel a bit weak because you maybe not used to it. And the weakness is not weakness with to hurt you, but it's just that laid back feelings. You know what I mean? But when you smoke it, that's why I said you have to remember it going right in the head space. It going once it touch the brain.
Which one is more beneficial?
Well, to me, I do both of them. I drink it and I smoke it. So to me, as I say, yeah, they both work because they both do good things. It's just, as I say, it's just where it lies after you drink it. If you can manage that to keep yourself together. And when you're smoking, it's the same thing. When you smoke it, you have to know to keep yourself together. Because if you can't keep yourself together, you will hurt yourself. As simple as that. And it's not like said, it definitely put you out to hurt yourself, but it show you stuff. Like people said they have some vision, it show you visions where, you know what I mean, you're invincible as I tell you. So you will maybe on there you want to jump off. Because your feet, they say you can jump off. But you can't jump off in real life because you will hurt yourself. Maybe it's too high, maybe a lot of stick down there, a lot of stone down there. But when you smoke the weed, it just make you feel free. You're just floating. You know what I mean? And when you drink it, it gives you that calmness of yourself. It make you want to relax. It make you want to, you start to think. But at the same time, it gives you that relaxation where it's unbelievable. A lot of people will say, oh, it knocked me out, it put me to sleep, it made me feel drowsy, and it's just it working. And when things work in your vein, it works faster than anything else. Because when you smoke the weed, when you drink the weed, it goes through your vein and all your pulse and all them stuff there. So it makes your whole system feel a bit relaxed. You know what I mean? Smoking it is just head space. Head space getting high, you know what I mean? A man saying head get hot in my hot head.
Oh, culture. Listen, a pleasure to have you, honestly.
All the time, brother, all the time. You know it go
I
already.
enjoy the moment.
Yeah, man, all the time,
And
man.
I know a lot of people will learn from your knowledge.
Yeah,
And you bless them. You definitely going to bless them
yes,
with this amount of knowledge.
yes.
Thank you very much, and
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
No problem. Bless,
Thanks, bro.
brother. Bless again. You know what I mean?